active shooter at Saugus High School. We need all units to respond.
When it's your backyard, when it's your child that's hiding, it's just a little different.
Shot like twice. He tried to shoot the guy she was with.
Routed a bunch of kids and said they had a knife, so they all ran.
I heard that it was a shooting supposed to be going on up here, so I had to come get her, just in case it was.
These are the words that have become all too familiar for viewers across the country.
School violence heightened as we head into a generation where parents are more concerned about sending their students to school. Good evening. I'm David Bacon.
And I'm Kathleen Barkley. Thanks for being here tonight. And with press conference after press conference, we often hear words like this.
I would assure you that Abilene High School, as well as every campus in the Abilene Independent School District, is an appropriate and safe place for your children.
But how much can a school district do to keep its students safe before it becomes excessive?
Our Jessica Rank joins us now in studio with more on a story you'll only see here on KRBC. Now, Jessica, you've been talking a lot about this with the Wiley School District.
Yeah, thanks, David and Kathleen. The school district says it's a fine line that they have to walk, but like many other districts across the country, they're doing their part to change what's happening right here in our backyard. And it starts with the second you drive on campus. From the second you walk in the doors of Wiley East Junior High,
you cannot get through these doors whatsoever.
It becomes easy to point out the obvious safety changes.
And then the staff here has visibility of who's coming and going to this door.
That have been made since you and I were in school.
The faculty and staff can have complete control over who's coming and going and complete knowledge of who's coming and going.
From the big glass windows out front,
they can see everybody coming and going.
To the blank wall where lockers once stood.
A lot of school districts are getting away from lockers because of the contraband situation.
The way schools are designed from the ground up has shifted to safety.
I think it was the incidents in Columbine years ago that kind of changed how we have to do things.
This is Steve Ellinger, a household name for many school districts across the nation, but he resides right here in Abilene and has helped design several schools in the big country.
Fire sprinkler systems and such as this.
We got the chance to walk around with him on one of his latest projects, Wiley East Junior High. And as he says, it's what lies behind the obvious safety changes that we mentioned in the beginning that give them yet another reason for being there.
But we still have to use creative design methods and materials to make it almost look like it's not there, but it really is.
So let's go back to the windows. Walking in one of the classrooms, they look like any normal window, but notice where they're positioned.
Let's say that there is a intruder situation where they're trying to get in. The kids can get below the windows over there.
And the lockers aren't just done away with for the contraband.
If you notice right here, you can have one faculty member standing here, one faculty looking this way, this way, this way, and this way.
And while the design stops people from getting in, that only accounts for what Craig Bessent says are 2% of school shootings.
The problems we have are students that are already in our school.
So how do you put a stop to that if a possible threat is walking among the rest?
Our whole student body and our teachers have to work on those relationships. We have to be able to see kids that are in trouble.
And that's what Wiley and many other school districts are faced with, as more emphasis is being placed on mental health than ever before.
Our whole state right now is trying to figure out how we bridge that gap. You know, what can the school do? What can outside counseling do? Is it MHMR? Is it Betty Hardwick? I mean, that's a tough subject, but we got to fix them.
So while many are trying to seek the answer to school safety through design or staff education,
you can never absolutely guarantee that every student is perfectly safe 100% of the time.
And Ellinger says that will likely stay the same until things start changing outside school walls.
It's not always a matter of securing the building, it's changing people's heart.
Yeah, and you know, it's like Ellinger was saying at the end there, how much can a school actually do before it becomes a little too much excessive? I was talking to Craig Bessent with the Wiley School District about Dallas ISD, and they implemented, you know, those metal detectors, and they've had those for a few years, and they haven't even caught anything. So it's really a matter of what's going to be cost effective and what's going to keep our students safe.
So Jessica, we talked about Wiley ISD. Is Abilene ISD taking a similar method to this?
So when you walk in those schools, you'll see a lot of the similar things. You can't get in unless you're buzzed in, and then even then you have to show your ID. I mean, I was walking around with Steve Ellinger. He designed the building at Wiley, and we still had to be escorted throughout the building. So I'm sure with Dias and Austin being built up again, you'll go ahead and see those safety measures again.
All right, thank you, Jessica. And you can see more on this story on our website, bigcountryhomepage.com.